Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit Soul Land Reloaded up today. So we got some updates that they've done recently to the actual main screen, and as well as a few other places, sort of quality of life updates. So we can go ahead and take a look at those. So the first thing that you'll notice is that the actual screen is different. We've got the mail is over here. Please make sure to check that because you should get quite a few diamonds in there. They had some bug fixes and whatnot to do. Friends is over here now. So remember, all this stuff was out here. The regenerate button is gone, so it's no longer here. It's over there now. And last but not least, we have the theater, which is there. That's another icon that was out here on the main screen. And they've sort of made a little side screen and put these 4 items over here, as well as having an actual banner that they did not have before. Now they have a banner up here. So a new quality of life update from that. They've also got a few updates in terms of just basic stuff. So if we go to, let's just go to one of my, so let's go ahead and go into Evil Eye here. Let's say we want to actually do the sweeps like you normally do. Well, as you can see, we've got a new sweep format. We've got sweep 10, sweep 1. So it's the same thing, but it's actually got an icon. And then, of course, into your elites, and 12 per for that, and the sweeping, of course. So nothing changed in terms of the amount of stamina used for the sweeps or the story mode, but a different format and a different display, which is nice. Another thing that they've done is they've got updates for the actual chest now. So if you open up your chest, you can now see max. Before, it would just have a list of the actual shards there, but now it says max. So it makes it a lot easier to identify because you now know that this stuff is maxed out. So it saves you having to do the math. It also allows you to pick out faster which item that you might want to be focusing on. So it's really nice. The quality of life. It's something that should have been added quite some time ago. Okay, so they've added that in there, making things a little bit easier from that. So expect another update in a few days. They're probably going to have another update in pertaining to when they come out with Ling Ling. They mentioned her. Another thing that I noticed is the top up has been reset. You can now reclaim all of the actual rewards from the previous. Okay, so you can get those again. You have to, of course, pay the diamonds for it, and their diamonds are rather expensive, but there shouldn't be any time limit on it. So like I've reclaimed up to 7, and I can reclaim 8. I can reclaim, 9. You get a lot of deep sea secrets, and I use that to actually finish my awakening for Evil Eye. So you can see it go all the way up to, for me, it's all the way up to 11 because I'm not quite at 12 yet. I will be once I get the free VIP that you get in this game. So that's also located inside the store. You can get it on a much quicker interface right here. Okay, so it's pretty good, They do have, I would really hope, it would have been nice if this was a full 8 instead of the actual 6. This is a 6 because it only has the 5 in this case. But I would have preferred if this would have been the full one that had Wu and had Tang San in it. That is, of course, available at VIP 12. So when I get the next VIP, I will be able to get that. They also did some shards. So as you get your VIP, the rewards are pretty nice as you start getting up to here. I'm not exactly sure how far we'll be able to go with the free VIP. We'll have to see. But that is what's one of the things that's really nice about this. So in terms of daily events, if you're looking for the free VIP, it's here. It amounts to days logged on. So I'm still another 78 days away, but I'll get 50,000 VIP experience. And then, another 100 days after that, 50,000. So it says 12, 13, 14. So my assumption is we'll be able to get all the way to 14 just through the free VIP. Any more than that, you'll probably have to top up or something along that lines would be my assumption based on what we've been seeing. So some definite improvements to the GUI. So I really do like that. There's also some new stuff inside of the store. You have the tickets. Well, they used to have Evil Eye, and then you could get an SS Plus shard right here, an 8, which has Seaguy tanks in it. Well, they've added the Ta'a, so you can now get a Ta'a shard is here, as you can also get a hidden weapon shard, and it's just an 8, so this has all the hidden weapons in it, including some of the hidden weapons that have not been made yet. They're in this chest as well. So if you take a look at your hidden weapons, they've got the 2 weapons that we haven't completed inside of there. So Light Spirit Blade, Crimson Cut, are both in. So that's in the separate, but this is in the chest. Both of these are. I actually used it toward the one that I'm working on, which I've already got start up, is the Fiery Sky, because these 2 are maxed out. So I'm working on the Fiery Sky, but you can use it for any one of the SS Plus weapons, all of these, as well as the ones at the bottom. So a little bit, you can get it a little bit quicker. So in 15 days, theoretically, you could have the Crimson Cut or the Light Spirit Blade. Um, uh, if those are some of the hidden weapons that you're trying to get for specific characters, you can get them from there. But this is really nice. I was really hoping that they would do something with that. Now, this is the get ticket format. You'll get 1 free from Time Voucher as a daily reward when you log in, and you claim your daily reward. You'll get a voucher that'll get you 1 ticket, and then you have to, you get a ticket, and then you have to wait a couple minutes, and then it'll pop up again, and you get another ticket. You have to watch the ad. Sometimes you can just click an X and get out of it real fast. Most of the time you can. So you'll have to spend like 15 or 20 seconds if it's an ad you've already seen. They're pretty much generally the same thing. There's like a rolling like 4 or 5 ads that they have, so you've probably seen them all before. So if you're logged on for about an hour, you should be able to collect all of the 10 tickets. That'll allow you to get Evil Eye. That'll allow you to get Tie. That's 6. You get 4 more, so you can pick up whatever you want. I picked up 1 of each. I picked up 1 of the hidden weapon shards, and I picked up 1 of the Seaguy tank synergy shards. I did this primarily because I wanted to see what was in it. Because if you check on it right now, you can't see what's in the box. So I had to actually purchase it to check and make sure. It said 8, so I was pretty sure it was going to be everything. But I was curious because it said 8, and I'm like, 8. It's like we don't have 8 SS Plus weapons yet. We've only that have been released. So I said they're going to have to be including non-released weapons in there as well. And it's true, they do have the 2 weapons that are currently in the process of being summoned. They're in there as well, so you can get them quicker if one of those with 2. I'm going to focus on getting 4 SS Plus hidden weapons for my main team, and I'd already set up to the Fiery Sky. So that's the one. That's Fiery Sky. Fiery Sky. Get that confused with Crimson Sky. Fiery Sky. Yeah. So I wanted to get this one, and this is going to be for. I'll be moving this one over and moving these things around a little bit because, as I've said, my team has changed now. So I'll be using things a little bit different and setting things up. That'll make things. Once I get this one complete, this will most likely be going on. So you got to think, say this will probably going to move this over to Clear Sky. So that's where we're at that particular point. So that's what we're using currently. So they do have that app. The Rakasha site build is still up. So we're at the 3rd day for that. So make sure that you do claim everything inside of here. They do have some nice little things inside of this. If you're looking to build another of the SS, this is SS stuff. It's not SS Plus. But if you're a newer player, this is excellent because you might have already completed one of these other sets. Like I've completed these 2. They're both completed. So this way I can still use the chest for something just by working on these. But I have no intention of leveling them up at this particular time because I'm still focusing on my SS Plus Divine tool. So I put all my my quartz and stuff into that, or my not quartz is for the weapons. But I put all the enhancement materials into the actual SS Plus to get those up because I can get more bang for my buck on those. So you'll see that as well. Now reclaiming these, reclaiming the top ups, it's going to give you a lot of shards. So you'll be able to, and you get these shards back. So you should see a huge jump and your thing. It enabled me to take up my skin collection. You'll notice a change in that too. There is a skin inside of there that you will be able to get, and this will bring you down to, where is it at? I think it's in. I think it's in Precious. Yes, it's Precious. This will allow you this getting this skin right here. This is the one they give you. Okay, it's for SSIN. Yes, I know it's not for an SS Plus character, but hey, we can't be choosy. Skins are where they make a lot of their money. So, but now that you have two, you'll be able to claim the attack buff for that. And also, you'll have a chance to, in the handbook, you'll have a chance to take IN way up. You'll have a chance to take her out of the breakthrough 6. I was able to smack her up to break down boundary. So that's something good. And this is because of the changing all of the actual. You're allowed to reclaim that. Plus the materials. There's a bunch of materials when you can reclaim the VIP. So I got all those materials back again. So I'll be able to do a massive soul bone. I'll probably be able to be very, very close to maxing out another soul bone set. Not into the actual SS Plus version, but be able to get it up to fully limit broke. And fully everything. And I'm because you haven't gotten any of the actual Doomstones or anything like that yet. Okay, but as you can see, you're getting shards and whatnot. And then right here is where it gets really good. This is where we start getting some of the good stuff. And then we start getting the Doomstones at 11. So I have 50. That's not a whole bunch considering how much the Enlightenment and whatnot's cost. And then this one right here is even better because that's 250. I'll be able to put this. I'll be able to get red maxed out and start working on some of the others. Like I say, I do wish that they would be 8 wins, but you can't be choosy at this particular point. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, some of that. So you can get 50 at 10, and then some DPC silver, and then 130 at 12. So that's when it'll start getting really, really good as at 12. Because then we'll be able to start getting a full level chest, and that's going to be able 130 shards. That'll be able to take him up a couple of slots on his divine skill. Okay, then as we start going up, you can start see the rewards basically stay mostly the same until you get to here where they throw in the SS Plus, but it gives you the same type of mats, and then you can see we're getting a lot more Doomstones as you get higher up. My assumption is this is probably as far as you'll be able to go. Probably somewhere right around in here, 14 or 15 with the free VIP. Anything more than that, you're probably going to have to top up to actually start earning more experience. It tells you how many crystals you're going to have to, spend. So you might be able to get by, but it's going to take a lot longer to actually do it because you have to top up with the crystals. So we'll have to see, but that's a ways away yet. That's going to be, well into the future because to get the free VIP, of course, it takes log-on days. So that's multiple days into the future. But I do like the quality of life updates. Those are very useful and make things a little bit quicker. It also makes things a little less of the actual. You have to think because now you can see what's maxed out inside the chest. That was one of the big gripes I had. I knew it was maxed out because I did it, but it still was listing shards up there. When it's maxed out, you would just see the number of shards you had, and it wouldn't show how much was needed to go to the next level. So you could deduce that it was, of course, maxed out. But it's nice to actually see that so this way I don't have it just says max, max, max. I know with a quick 2-second instant glance I know exactly which one. Plus it shows me previous ones so I can see and then we have the shard count, which I think is really nice. The sweep function again, it's nice, but you knew I knew 6 sweep 60 times 10, 60. So you knew 60 was going to give you a 10 sweep. And then it breaks it out to 120 for the actual elite stages. So quality of life, it'd be helpful for new players to make things a little bit especially if you're just logging on, you've just started the game, you're not familiar with all of that stuff. Uh, this will make it easier for them. Okay, so I like that. It's useful, and it's useful for new players, not so much as for us veteran players who've been playing, since its inception. But it is nice for that, and giving the top up rewards is just really nice and generous as well too. Generosity is not something that this game lacks. Surprisingly, it's exceedingly generous. Um, I don't expect to be, at the top of the PvP. PvP is a pay to win function in all mobile games. Well, not in all mobile games. Azur Lane, it's not. You can actually build a high level PvP team without spending any money in that game, uh, because the meta is actual characters that you could actually get, and they don't have. Most of that, pretty much 99% of their revenue comes from skins and skins only. So that's the thing. So, but in this game, uh, they make a lot of their money off skins, and they have other things as well. But there is a pay to win aspect to it from a PvP point of view, because you can max out characters a lot faster. You can get them to max a lot faster than a normal. So, but you're paying for the speed and you're paying for the time. So if you want to do that, and those characters, I mean, we had characters in the 5-6 trillion mark within like a month after the game had come up, and it's expected of that. But for those of us who just moving along at a pace who haven't spent anything, the game's exceedingly generous. So it's definitely something you might want to do. It's a little bit of, there's not a whole lot of strategy, if you want to use that term, in as the way that you play the game. Um, it's a mobile game, so you have to look at it from a mobile perspective. But they do have, difference in builds, and you can get away with different things, such as the healer conundrum, and it looks like once you get starting in the higher levels, healers really aren't that important. You can get by with just a couple, three attackers and an actual tank, and use alternate healing options from hidden weapons and spirit souls and things like that. That will allow you to get some healing without having to have a direct healer, and that way you can take that healer out and put an attacker in, so you're going to increase your damage. And I increase my damage tremendously by inserting Evil Eye into the team. So yeah, I'm getting a lot more damage than I was before, and I've noticed a lot better functionality inside Grandmaster match. Every now and then, I would generally, if it was somebody that was at my BP or maybe a little bit higher, I would usually win, but sometimes I would lose. That's no longer the case. I generally always win at BPs equal to mine, and I'm having a lot better luck against higher end characters that get into the six. I'm at 5.4. But some of the ones that in the six tree, you could actually have a little bit of chance against them as well. I've actually beat those a few times. Especially notice that inside of the actual Hellslaughter arena. So when you're doing the one-click sweep, so that's good things. So yeah, remember, collect your VIP rewards. Hopefully you'll have the diamonds. I always keep diamonds in storage, just because of things like this, where they throw out, like they throw out the shopping carnival. They throw out top. So I don't just frivolously use my diamonds, because I know that I might be able to use them in the future. But see, this is 3,000 just in one pop. So, but it's a lot of tools, and I was able to finish my awakening because of that. I was remember the last video I said I was going to have to wait for another awakening event. Well, didn't have to, because I was able to reclaim the VIP rewards. That allowed me to fully max out the last piece. So we are fully maxed out. So I now have 5 fully awakened characters. So if inside of the Soul Force we do get hit with an option to actually, as condition 2, is have 5 characters fully awakened, I have that. The last condition was 4 fully awakened to 10, so now I'm just waiting for that. So if that does pop up, It hasn't popped up yet. I've went through 2 peak Dulus and it has not, but I think it's going to because it's still throwing out the chapters and it's still throwing out secondary conditions. As long as it's throwing out secondary conditions, it's probably going to sooner or later ask me for 5 fully awakened characters. So if it does hit that, I'll be able to pass right through and continue lighting things up. For the last couple of peaks, for the last couple of levels, it's been just basically increase your BP. I've met all the Chapter 2, Condition 2 requirements. So we'll have to see. But I'm expecting it to pop up, but when it does, I've got it. So you might want to consider, if you've got a lot of, if you're spreading your awakening materials out, you might want to continue congregate them. If you're new, you're going to have requests inside of here for new players to fully awaken 1 character. Then, and a couple of levels later in the Soul Force, it's going to ask you for 2, and then it's going to ask you a couple of 3 and 4. So you're going to have 4 fully awakened characters if you want to proceed through the Soul Force. And you get a lot of diamonds from within this, as well as the team attributes, as you can see up here. So it's very good to fix it. So that was the most difficult one. I had to, what I did was I just went back and reclaimed all of the awakening. You can do regenerate. You can pull those back. I have several videos on it about the awakening. I pulled them all back and just congregated them on my main team. Made sure my main team was fully awakened, and I was able to do that. But I think they're going to ask for a 5th character in the future. So that's why I did 5th character, and I went ahead and used the first SSS character for it, Triple S. He's now easily outpacing See God tanks in, and he's even a lower God rank, which means his divine skill's not up. Divine skill, this is commissative to this. Once this goes, you'll get God 2, which you clear God 3, God 4. And you can see that I've got it fully maxed out on Clear Sky. And it's going to be maxed out shortly on Ren. This is the last level for Ren. And I've just got 1 more due, so I just need to get like 70 some, 80 some shards for her. I'll have her done. She'll be fully maxed out. Then I'll be focusing on See God tanks in, and be focusing on the Evil Eye. He's triple S, so chests for him are not going to be as prevalent, but they do have free ways to get them. But it's going to be exceedingly slow. But as you can see, I've already managed to get him up to 1. I was really surprised at how fast I was able to get through that first section. That they were a little bit. He was the. He wasn't the free character. Well, all the characters are free, but he was the first character, so they're generally a little bit more, giving on the first character of any new class or any new weapon or anything like that, and took advantage of that, and we were able to make a little headway into him. So definitely work on him, guys. He's definitely extremely powerful. And his survivability is not an issue, and his damage is not an issue. He does both of those exceedingly well. So he's definitely a character to focus on. All right. So, but that's all I got. I just wanted to give you an update, let you know about the quality of life changes. We're going to be getting the update when you log on and read the updates at the beginning before you actually log on. It says Ling Ling's coming. So that should be happening very, very soon. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it, you get notified each time I drop a video. Also remember to like and share the video, as that helps the channel immensely. This is Ken Rear, coming at you from the corner, signing out.